And you're right here with Pastor Troy on the doc.org, dropping new podcasts every Tuesday and Thursday. You don't want to miss any of them. They come out of the clouds and just jump right into your system. And we're all about a show here that will propel your faith out of the shallows and into the deep. Get ready to go. We're sitting here around the Cottonwood table. It comes from the river, beautiful river, and we're listening to that good old song from Otis Redding, our own version of it. Lucas helped do that, Dusty Griffin, and Ben Odolini put that together, and it comes from my favorite song, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. 2 minutes and 36 seconds of goodness, but only one verse. You remember it whistles, right? Why does it whistle? Because he went to do a concert, died in an airplane crash. They never did verse 2. The whistle is all they recorded. And when I get to heaven, my first question, other than, wow, this looks good, is, could I hear verse 2?
Amen.
I want to hear verse 2. Get on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes. That's where you can find us. Those are our primary channels. Go there and bug them and be a part of us there. Also, Google Play, Facebook, Roku, Rumble, and SermonNet. And we'd love to interact with you on our social media partners. We have 5 locations for you to chat and talk. Get out there, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, and Getter, and do it. When you find us, I double dog dare you to find us. Subscribe, hit like, notify, tell others, make comments, share them with people, harass your friends till they almost unfriend you, but don't let them do that. And go download the Patreon app on your Apple or your Droid phone. Find us there on the Dock with Pastor Troy and find out how you can be a partner of our show. We'd love to have you as a part of the On the Dock team. There's 4 levels of partnership. We'll get you a coffee cup if you are one of those partners. And there's 3 levels that you can sponsor. If you're a business, Christian owner, organization, we'd love to partner with you, spotlight your organization, and be a part of this show. For the first time ever in season 3, gosh, we have an affiliate advertising partner, slnt.com. And you can go there and use promo code OTD and take a look at those products. They're Fair Day Bag products to reclaim your right to connect. Right here in this studio, I have my phone in a bag right now. See it here? It's my Fair Day bag. They cannot get me. And we got this. I'm going to tell our host in a minute how they got me. Go to www.slnt.com/discount/OTD. That's our page. Or you can go to slnt.com/ or promo code OTD. You can do that and get big discounts and big deals on shipping, and it will help us out here on the dock. And eventually we'll get Donna a camera and a microphone of our own. You got a camera over there today, right? But we don't have a microphone on her because we only have 4. Lucas has bid out the price to get a 6 system. We're going to get it, 6 mics. And if you advertise with it, buy from our advertiser, or go to Patreon and be a partner, #bring back Donna. We're trying to get Donna back on the show. Yeah. On the doc.org, go to our website. You can find all of our links to Patreon, links to our affiliate pages there. And if you're just confused now, I probably confused you. Email Donna at info@onthedoc.org. She's our executive producer. She will also help you out. I'm here on set with my lovely co-host, Mother Beth. How are you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm lovely.
She loves these early morning calls. She just loves it. She came in, griping. She's my co-host today on the set. Here, I've got Donna. She doesn't have a mic because bring back Donna. Social media people, get out there. Tell them, go to Patreon, be a partner. We'll get her on the set. Lucas has already ordered the parts. We just need you to help us get there. And so we got Donna on the set as our tech today and our executive producer for the show. And I'm not going to talk about him. We're here at Taking It to the Street Spotlight. It's one of our season 2 super series. We're doing the Building a Stronger Church super series with both the teaching and the pastors coming in. But we've also been featuring great business leaders, great people in our community. And we're doing it, taking it to the street spotlight. And we're featuring an owner that has 2 huge packages. She's been a part of this community for a long time. She's been in your home. You won't believe how often she's been in your home because she has been on TV in your home. It's just like somebody you have coffee with, you probably go, I know her. Yeah. We use the same lip gloss. Well, we don't use the same lip gloss, but she is the owner of Growing Media Marketing. You know how these women do. They go, she's got my color.
What color?
Yeah. She's the host of The Spiel. Special guest Angie Wyatt, owner with locations in Southern and Central Illinois. But before I let her talk, I want to drop this bomb on you. Get ready for the bomb. Here it comes. Yep. Here it comes. Give me audio here.
Oh. That's cool.
Yeah, that looks great.
Is that not boss? Woo! I mean, if you don't know what Growing Media does now, you still don't know what Growing Media does, but that's a small piece. I'm just telling you, if we don't have that on the Dock season 3, Lucas is fired as the executive director. All right. And the producer. The bad part is, I mean, that is phenomenal. So once again, let me explain to you. The show is Taking It to the Street Spotlight, Growing Media Marketing and Advertising. That's just the mic drop, and then let them get to work. And the spiel, that's incredible. I've got right here on the set, ready to go here. I'm going around looking for the right slides. Here we go. I dropped way down, and I want to introduce to you Angie Wyatt, owner of Growing Media and the Spiel. How you doing, Angie?
I'm blessed. I'm alive. I'm happy to be here with you guys. Thank you.
Man, fantastic. Thank you for being on the show for us. And you've got a sidekick. Now, normally he's our executive director, but he's actually trained up people to replace him here. And now he just is like troubleshooter and emergency guy and ordering new stuff. He's like an executive here now, high-level executive. But for you, Lucas Winkler's in the studio, audio and video editor, Growing Media Marketing, and the Spiel. Lucas, welcome to On the Dock with Pastor Troy.
Thank you. It's my first time here as a guest. So.
Is it really? Is it the
It
first
is.
time you've said
We
it?
haven't.
Wow.
I promised him I'll get him back to do his production show because he's got a production company as well, and we'll get him back in here. Now, Angie, I want to know one thing about Lucas. We got Lucas's picture up here for a minute.
Right.
I'm gonna switch real quick to another picture. Okay. If you be standing by here, this picture right here is Lucas's Techno Wizard. He's our executive director pictured. If he was here in capacity as that, we do that. But notice he's in black. There's every picture we have of him in the whole history of
Absolutely.
Community Faith
Yes,
Church.
yes.
Hands of Hope Foundation. On the Dock is in black.
Yes.
How did you get him in white for this shot?
You know what? I probably didn't have anything to do with that because anytime I've ordered merch, it's like, Angie, only the dark colors, babe. Only black. Oh, I'm only doing black.
Yeah.
So it's something about that. And he likes them to be tighter. He's showing off his muscles. You know, he's buff there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
Yep.
I don't buy the shirts tight. They're just tight on me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing white there? What's up?
I don't know.
I've never seen it.
I
You sent that
know.
to me. I was stunned.
That day, Riley was taking random photos, and he
Okay.
wanted to test a bunch of stuff, and,
Okay.
and I was wearing a white shirt that day, and he was like, "Can I take your photo?" I'm like,
It was
"Yeah."
laundry day.
When
So-
Lucas came to our
A
church,
really good photo.
when Lucas was creative arts director here for years and set the standard here for our church. And when him and Josh both came in, and Josh was associate here, they came in and put a dress code on our platform team. And there was, I mean, it was a subtle,
It
but
was loose,
it was
yeah.
loose, but it was like today's colors are kind of green and a little purple. And, you know, you can always wear black and grays.
Sure.
And I look up there one day and you can't see any of them. They're all in black. They're all blacked out. And he's got groupies now. He has trained up some serious people in this church.
Oh, yes.
And you look up on the platform, they're just all in black. You can just tell Lucas is following. And now
And
he
Josh.
wears
Josh
the
is just as bad.
Josh is just
Josh.
about, and now you wear the white robe of a Jedi Master.
Oh,
So that's what's happened. You've gone on.
I
true.
will take that. That's
You
that's
left
fine.
kind of as a trainee and worky and a grunt, and you come back as somebody working in major media marketing next to just a great lady, Angie Wyatt here. Angie,
thank
we're
you.
going to take a look here for a few minutes at your background a little bit how you got here. Some people know you from just having coffee with you in the morning on the news, and then loving you in the Spiel for was it like 11 years? I mean, I've been on for like ever, you know.
Yeah.
Long
It's
time.
fantastic, and it's just it's just when you watch the Spiel, you just feel like you're jumping in with a bunch of family that knows you. It's just it's almost like the families come home and you just it's cool. It's very cool. And so you want to check that out, and we're going to tell you how to get there in a minute. But we're going to also do a little bit of spotlight overview. So in this episode, we'll make sure that you get a feel for what they're doing, and then we'll, you know, like we always do, we're going to dig in. We're going to dig in deeper in part 2. So we're in part 1 of this. It's going to be fun here, and we're going to hear more about what you're doing with Growing Media. Let me just point out right off the bat, this will make all your marketing people happy. Growing Media, you can go find out more about it. If you just quit listening to right now, growingmediamarketing.com. Go check it out. They're doing everything creative. You saw the 3D thing that started? They do that. Okay, digital and social strategies. Well, I don't know what that is. We'll find out what that is. I think that's what Donna does, but we're going to find out how they do it. Websites, podcasts, and there's a lot more stuff on my list.
Yeah.
You can get a hold of them there, 618-534-5645. Angie, some of our stuff's YouTube, some of our stuff's Spotify and iTunes, so we let those folks know. You got locations in Southern and Central Illinois.
We do.
You're getting spread out. I love that. Corporate offices in Carbondale. And the Spiel. You can go to the Spielon, SPIELON.com. Check that out. And it's on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Also on Fox.
Yep.
Yes.
Streams on DBTV.
Yep.
Available on Roku TV. You're on Hulu too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, Hulu too.
Yep.
Amazon Fire TV and on demand. So you can find it. Just look around for it. Who else? Fox 23
Yeah.
carries it here locally.
Correct.
It's a fantastic show. We'll tell you more about that. But I want to get those things up before we get into that. So, Angie, just start off, if you would, a little bit. Give us a little slideshow, maybe a slideshow. I mean, because people saw you like you're anchoring, you're on TV, and now you've got a media marketing empire. I mean, because I know this. I mean,
Do we? I feel like
no,
we
you do. No, you do.
Oh,
You do.
thanks.
I know because they park here, and I know they're going to great fancy places. Every time they park, they come out in the church. They all meet here because we have huge parking. And Lucas lived with us for a while, and he knows we got a lot of place safe.
Yeah.
And if anybody takes our cars, well, we're a concealed carry church. Their vehicles are protected here. Let's just say things are okay. If not, Crash, our dog, will lick them to death.
I love
so
that.
we're safe either way. You don't want to come here unless you like us. But they park here and then they tell me like, we're going to Florida. We're going to Nashville.
Yep.
We're going to some exotic place. Like
You're
God,
always welcome to go with us. Come on.
one of these times I'm going.
Yes.
I get places like Liberia. I love my brother Liberia. I love Liberia, but it's
all the
hot.
hot
It's
places.
hot. I
I'd
get
like to visit
Thailand. We get
Liberia.
Thailand. It's miserably hot. We don't ever get in Alaska. We want to gig in Alaska,
yeah.
someplace in the Northwest. We get
Yes.
arid deserts, or we get hot rain and moisture, and it's bad. But tell us give us maybe a slideshow a little bit of how did you get into media? I mean, you've been a host, but I think a lot of people see you as the out front, the person on camera, but they don't understand you're the owner of this. So you're now behind this. So how did you move from being on TV to being this and just give us a little bit of a slideshow.
Well, definitely it's a leap of faith, and you just have to believe in what God has outlined for you and opportunities placed before you. And we talk about this often, Lucas and I do. And by the way, I lean heavily on Lucas for direction, and he's become a really cool partner, and I appreciate him very much. But it's really just seizing an opportunity, even if you're left sometimes scratching your head like, really? I mean, should we be doing this right now? And it turned into a business. I don't think we ever approached it that way. It was like, how can we meet a need? How can we help other people? And you can do that so well through entertainment when people don't even realize they're receiving help, or, Lucas said it best the other day. We were talking about this. It's easy to put a label on it and say you're a marketing ad agency, but at the end of the day, businesses have trusted us to help them make money, a living for their families.
Right.
And I loved that.
Yeah.
I thought that was just a great explanation of what we do.
Yeah, it's because it's like yeah, well, sure we make videos, but it's more about the transformation that happens, from the content that's created within like the businesses, and then that just ripples down to the families
Absolutely.
of like the businesses that we're helping market.
Yeah.
And then it creates bigger businesses and more money and more opportunity, especially for the businesses in Southern Illinois, which we care about a lot. So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yes.
And you talk about this all the time. Everybody has a story. And if we
Absolutely.
can provide a stage for people, it's successful at the end of the day.
Yeah. So where did your media? Where did you start being in media? Did you come out of college wanting to do that? Where did you get caught into that?
15 years old, I left, I was in high school, and we had a little work program, I think, where you could go out and get a job and work part of the day in school. So there was a little radio station, very small radio station, and it was an AM station when I got there. And then, of course, as a young teenage girl, I'm like, we can make this Ops Hot AM. I mean, we're going to have the best lineup. And they're looking at me like, okay. So, but it was interesting, even at that young age, and people would pay $50 for a 30-second commercial, and I'm like, wait a second, I can get paid to talk? Like, that can be a thing?
A thing?
Yeah. And it was back during the time when there weren't a lot of females in the business.
Wow,
You had the
right.
Jane Pauleys and Barbara Walters and Connie Chung at the time. And I thought, I'll look into this. And then I was always an Auburn fan, and I toured Auburn, and they just did not have a very good communications department. But Troy, Alabama, had a TV station on campus, and we were broadcast on PBS, and I was bitten by the bug immediately.
Oh, yeah.
So I just started working in the field, and then doing.
So
a
you
couple of
started
internships.
on radio.
I did. I did start on
But
radio.
Lucas has a face for radio. But I mean, you to start on radio. Most people, I would have never expected that.
Yeah, I did.
So you started with your voice.
I did.
And then it moved on from that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know where Troy is. When we the whole way to Destin, before they had the good
Right.
highway, we had to drive past the
That's right.
campuses. So they had a really good media program.
Mm-hmm.
So where did you go when you came out of the program there? You did PBS, the campus stuff.
Uh-huh.
Where did you go from there?
First job, Florida. So I worked in Pensacola was my internship at a leader in Pensacola. It was a great opportunity. And you know how God puts you in the right place at the
Absolutely.
right time? I had always wanted to get over to Panama City. I had just an affinity for that area because we always had a little cabin there in West Bay. And so I stopped into the affiliate there. It was ABC affiliate at the time, I think, and WJHG. And I just wanted to drop my tape off. That's what we did back in the day. You have a
Yeah.
tape and you drop it off. And as I'm walking in, I say to the receptionist, I don't know if you have any openings, but I'd like to leave this tape. Well, the news director happened to be walking across the hallway from his office into the studio, and he calls up to the front desk and he says, who is that? Why is she here? And she said she dropped off a tape. He said, send her back. And I walked back and he said, my morning anchor quit today.
Oh my opportunity!
Wow.
Right place,
Wow,
right time.
right place, right
That's
time.
it, yeah.
Golly,
That's awesome.
I've had a couple of those calls over the years because I'm usually a one take wonder. The only time I had to retake was in a long time was today with Angie here. Intimidated by having somebody skilled in this. I blew
messed it up,
I
yeah.
blew up coming out of the cartridge. We restarted. You don't know that. I'm just going to be honest with you because she's been doing this a long time, and so it's intimidating. I'm a pastor. Been speaking for 35 years.
They
I'm
don't
used
let
to
me
that.
push the buttons, though.
I
They
know,
won't
but
trust me
here
with that.
I push them here because I speak and move too fast, and so nobody can keep up with me. Now, honestly, on Sunday I don't touch them because I don't do my own PowerPoint slides on Sunday. I can't preach and do
I
that.
get it.
But
I
in
get
here
it.
I can kind of do it because what I've done is, I don't know, I blocked this out like a TV show, so I kind of know where I want to go, and I've built this to work for me, so it works for me. So
Absolutely.
but to make the transition like you did from radio, from school, and then just jump in there. I know one of the networks around here was having a lot of changes, and when they were losing a lot of people, I got a call and said, "You want to come over and help out with something? You're really good at
yeah.
One Take Wonders." I was there. If I put a press release out, all three media networks show up because
That's awesome.
Lucas knows this. We'll set up a green screen in there in our sanctuary, whether it's Hands of Hope or whatever we're doing, House Hope, and they'll all show up because I'm a one take wonder. We're really quick, and we give them a graphics package, and so they like it. So one of them called and said, "You interested in come over and doing a little bit of news?" I said, no.
No.
So you said yes?
I did for a lot of years. I said yes.
And then you just stayed in that saddle.
Yeah, every 2 years you feel pressure in the industry. If you want to grow, you move. So after that year and a half point, you start putting
Help people
tapes out.
understand that. I think people go, well, when they get up to the top, when you see them like in New York someplace or LA, there's kind of a top level, and but there's different levels of marketing. So when somebody leaves you and you're in a small market or a little bit, but say you're in Cape Girardeau,
Right.
Or someplace where like even you, if you live in Cape Girardeau, you want to get out, we're not offending you. There's great ice cream in Cape Girardeau. We love Cape Girardeau.
yes.
So I
Good
want to
food.
go to Cape Girardeau because I live in Marion. We want to get out of here. But you're someplace small. Help people understand the different tiers and kind of how that normally works.
Absolutely. There's more than 200 television markets in the country, and
Wow.
you're always trying to work your way up. And so every 2 years we would move. Now, the biggest jump for me, and thank you, God, thank you, Jesus, on this one. So I jumped from Panama City, which at the time was 157, to Boston, Massachusetts, market 6.
Wow.
From Florida
Wow.
How?
to Boston.
Yeah, here's how. So I did a feature on scuba diving, right? And I had no makeup on. When you come out of that, you look terrible. And the news director starting the station in Boston said, I knew when I saw your tape that you weren't one of those gals that just cared about, the good makeup and the hair. And,
Right.
I realized the stories were not about me. And that was very early on. So then from Boston, you go to Buffalo, New York. And I almost lost my job in Buffalo because they asked me to do a stand-up in a piece that was very, a young man had been shot and killed. And and I had no business in that story. You know, like go to the scene, and this is where it happened, and I refused because his mother had wanted us to encapsulate her son's life. And I didn't want to put myself in the middle of that. It was just a poem that he had written, and we talked about, you know, of course, what happened. But anyway, then I left there, came to Illinois, and I was up for 2 jobs in upstate New York and then Illinois. And I took the main anchor job in Illinois and stayed for 14 years. On
14 years.
Wow.
You were here. I mean, that's why people know you. They just, you're in the room. You know, one thing I can tell Angie, and everything I've watched for you over the years, and is that what you just said encapsulated. There are a lot of people that go to the news and they're news readers, but you're a people reader.
Right.
I've never seen anybody that can read people so quickly and understand who they are and connect with them and become family with them. Gosh, I did one show with you, and I mean, it was just incredible.
Awesome.
because I've done segments for other things before, but it was just the questions you asked weren't about the product. It was about the process and the life behind it. Right. And I think that's what's different. And I think as we unlock more of your background, we're going to keep going here. I think we're going to find out that the growing media marketing strategy is going to be somehow connected to that. I got a feeling. I got a feeling. 100%. So keep going. So you got the TV market, but somewhere in this you decided, gosh, growing media. And the spiel, you know, you get this. I guess you're putting this out different places. So where did that transition come?
Well, I had written a children's book, and I was.
You wrote a. I
Well,
should
you
have put
know-
a cover. I should have put the cover of it.
When we have kids, you know, we look at them and they're great little test people, you know, and it's like he was really enamored with Bob the Builder and people like that. And I said, well, you know, let's tell a story here about patience and team building and that type thing. And so Timmy the Tractor was born, and I came to a crossroads and had to choose. And I had been praying about it, and the choice was essentially made for me. So I toured for a couple of years with that. And then when I got back, some businesses asked for some help, you know, marketing their products and services, and I started just 1, 2, 3, and then would partner with people, and it just grew from there.
And again, just like when you went up and said, "Hey, I'm not doing this story because there's people involved,"
Right.
and you made judgments.
Right.
You decided here that what the Lord, what God put on your heart here, this is going to change people's lives. This
Amen.
book's going to help.
Amen.
I love that, and I think that from what I can see, everything I see, what you're doing. That's getting in our next episode, so you're going to come back and hear about it. but you can see that's the heart of that's really in there. Just amazing. 15-year-old starting in radio, and now you've got the media thing. Tell me a little bit. Give us a little spotlight here on what you're doing with Growing Media. I tell you, hang on. Let me do this. Let me pop up. I'm going to pop up this little quick reel for a few seconds. It'll give you an overview because she's going to describe some of this. We're going to talk about what Growing Media does. We're going to give you kind of a quick look at it, and then we're going to get deeper into the ethos and the heart behind it, because this is where you're going to find out why you want to choose what they're doing for you. This is why. So we're going to give you the quick one. So if you go to sleep, like on me later, you will have seen all this, you know, because Beth often here goes to sleep on me. It just happens.
I have never gone to sleep.
People in our church don't go to sleep while I'm preaching because they never know what I'm going to do to them.
I did go to sleep
Yeah.
at church last Sunday.
She did. She didn't snore, and she can snort. Trust me, yeah, she can snort. Yeah.
I woke up and I thought, oh my gosh, I hope
What
I
have I
didn't
done?
snore.
What have I done? And Angie, and we had guests.
Oh,
She was sitting next to our special guest.
No.
It's just incredible.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So check out this quick video on Growing Media. I want you to see what they're doing and then let her kind of walk you through who they are. Here we go. You ready? That's
Did you
good.
do that, Lucas?
I don't remember if I did it or if somebody else did it.
It looks like you're.
We want to know who did that piece.
I
So
don't, I don't, I
good.
don't remember who edited it.
That's good.
Really, really good. Give us some. Let me give you my take.
Okay.
Okay. Let me give you my take
Please.
because I'm just the host here. Growing media just isn't your typical marketing team. I've got a background in economics and finance. I've got a doctorate in church development evangelism, which is a fancy word for church marketing. I understand marketing. This is more than marketing. This is not information. This is getting in and connecting to families. This is people reader. I mean, you're connecting with people, really. So my take on what you're doing at Growing Media, it's not typical. You're going to the next level for sure. A lot of us can hire in the world somebody to do some marketing for us, to do some social media stuff for us. But really what you're getting here is just something amazing. You're getting more than just marketing, more than just your PR typically. You're getting more than just somebody tweaking your SEOs and a lot more than just advertising. And it seems like your staff is building more than just a brand. Everybody talks about branding today, and that's important. But you're building more of a brand culture.
Right.
And a brand is like a logo. And let's make sure everything's green, and I get that. But really, there's a culture and a heart behind that. And I like that. I see that brand culture. And then getting into the current communities where they're serving and figuring out how to connect that culture. Does that culture connect with the culture you want to serve? And I think you're doing this at a way that's amazing because what you got to understand, you can go hire an individual person, but I was looking at your team here. Hang on, let me pop this up. You're like this. But you can get Growing Media and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't even know that's everybody.
We can't even keep Lucas on the
that-
ground.
Yeah, Lucas
Look at
just
that.
what you're doing is getting 8 different minds, and
Absolutely.
if you just hire me, I mean, you're going to
Yes.
be burdened. I'm going to want a
Yes,
coffee break
I
every
know.
hour. I want Starbucks. I'm a diva. I'm a diva. And Donna back there, she's our marketing person. She's a real diva. I mean, she asked for you guys don't believe this. She asked for a heater for her office, an extra heater.
Can you imagine?
Yes, yes.
Good.
A heater. She said, "I'm freezing. Can I get a little extra heater?" Because the pastor keeps the temperature on 65 because his wife prefers that temperature. Yeah, my wife has control of the thermostat. So, but really, what you're getting here is you're getting a team, and then that team you get what they call in doctoral seminary level stuff. They call it a colloquy. When you bring a team around a table and you begin to get that, you get disciplines and ideas, and you turn the ball around. And what was going to be a cool ball becomes a great ball, and not just a great ball. Over time, it becomes an awesome ball. So that's what I see. So tell me what you're doing and how you're making that happen.
Well, Lucas can speak to the creative side of it, but I've always said that you can have the most beautiful commercial spot, whatever you choose to call it, content creation. But if you don't place it in the proper places, people will not know. People will not have seen it. So that's sort of my role in all of this is to trust a team to create some incredible content, to include that open and that graphic. I'm blown away every time I see those things. That's a talent, and it's just taking all of those talents and using them, but then also getting that message out there where people can see it, appreciate it. And the final thing that I do, and then I'll let Lucas jump in on the production side of it, is I'm fairly certain we're one of the only agencies or marketing groups that will stand up every quarter and say, how did we do for you? How much money did we make for you? Because that's important.
Measurable metrics.
Right.
Measurable metrics.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lucas?
Yeah, I mean, so on the production side of things, it's funny because I'm relatively new to video and even doing like graphical work, but there's so much correlation when it comes to music because I've been producing music for
Right.
10 plus years now. Where it comes to is like, what's the story that you're trying to tell?
Yeah.
Because there's always a story especially when it comes to marketing, and then whenever you can kind of see it from the client's perspective of like, hey, we want this type of result,
Right.
but then also seeing it from like, who are we supposed to be marketing to, and how can we get that result and add value to that person's life while bringing that to that person to that business and creating a customer.
Absolutely.
Or even on the other end is like we do marketing for Marion Medical Mission, which I know you guys know
They're
that.
doing incredible work.
Yeah.
Steve McEwen, good friend of mine.
And so,
They do wonderful work. They're putting water wells all over Africa.
Right.
Hands Hope Foundation does work in Liberia, West Africa. They're down in different places and stuff and do it. They're putting more water wells in than any ministry I've ever seen.
They've got it
and it's
figured
right here
out.
in Marion.
Yeah.
They're just Tom's doing incredible work.
Right. And then so with that, it's like you have to rethink how you make a piece of content for them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because it's not the same as like marketing for a medical organization or
Right.
a school
Right.
or a company that sells T-shirts. Like you're getting people to donate. They're not actually buying
And
anything.
you're trying to find people that are passionate about helping somebody get a safe drink of water.
Yeah,
and I'll just
exactly.
take water's life because
Yeah.
we have built 15 churches. They've now built almost 100 other churches in Africa, Liberia, and water's life. So we'll do a crusade, start a church, build a church, and with that church is always a well, and the well becomes the life source of the community. Our main campus, we've got 3 wells on it because it's got a school and all that on it, and you can see the spider pathways from the well go out to the community. And people, when we built the first church and water well, and right after the Civil War in Liberia, we built the first one there in that region. There was nobody hardly. It was a rubber tree farm, like Firestone Rubber Tree Farm.
Yeah.
We started building there, and now the entire community lives there because water is life.
It is.
Yeah, it
And
is.
so
Especially
and to
clean
communicate
water.
that in
Yeah.
our thing, when you can turn on the sink here, what depends on if Crab Orchard's turning over or not. But you might get a good drink of water. But I grew up in Memphis. Memphis has underground artesian well water. You can drink it in Nashville. Nashville has good water too.
they really?
Yeah, oh God.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Memphis water is fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah, Nashville water is fantastic. So it's all underground. Yeah. But to communicate that and find the right person for that, because a lot of people
Yeah.
go, oh, that's nice what Mary Mag. But to focus it in and get somebody that their hearts will connect.
Absolutely.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's like you can memorize all of the fancy ways to do a cool video shot and everything, and that's cool. But if it's like not really engaging the person
Right.
that you want to bring in, like your target,
You'll never get a call to action.
No.
And in marketing,
Yeah.
that's what we're trying to do. And as a pastor, if I'm preaching the gospel and you want to give a presentation, you want to give a call to action. It's got to be compelling. It's got to be something you see yourself in.
Yeah.
You feel it. You know, and it goes back to not reading the news, but reading the people, and bringing them something that they really value.
Absolutely.
And I see that very heavily in what you're doing.
and I think also a big part of it is in marketing is like you have to get people to actually understand the value. Like you have to communicate the value that the person is providing for you, because I think that's often underlooked, where it's like you have the most incredible product or organization ever, but it's not communicated very well.
That's
It's,
right.
and you know, it's marketing and advertising is, you know, making sure people are aware of like
So
what's actually there.
Give us a snapshot of what are the different aspects that you're focusing on when somebody's coming to you as a client. They're coming to you to say, hey, we want to launch this idea out there. We want to get this in. What are the different aspects of what you guys do on a regular basis?
Well, it starts with them understanding that to market correctly, it is a full-time job.
Yeah.
And too many times people say, oh, I'll just bring in someone to manage my social media or whatever.
I got this kid. He's good on the computer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's got a good Facebook page.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
It's not enough. It is. And you know what? Nowadays.
He knows TikTok.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Oh, it's so funny the number of clients that come and they're like, shouldn't we utilize this there TikTok or that Snapchat stuff or, you know, but again, it all comes down to in this day and age, the digital, we spend, this is everything. Right?
It is. It is absolutely everything.
is.
And what's crazy is it's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It is powerful, and it's learning too.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got to be learning. I'll tell a story real quick here, and I'll give a quick advertisement. I didn't mean to do this, but I'll pop this up just because
I was gonna say it's a
Look at
perfect
that.
opportunity.
That's
Yeah, it's a
Awesome.
perfect
Good
opportunity
segue.
because you don't know this story. This story is incredible.
Okay.
We're in here shooting season 3, the first couple episodes, and in here we're doing just. I mean, we're just talking about something, and at that time we had a spare mic over there, and Colt's on microphone. He's on camera, and he says, "Yeah," and that's kind of reminds me of that. You know, I was telling how we're in a society where everybody wants things now.
Oh,
They want
sure.
it now. They want
Right
this
now.
now. And he says, "Yeah, that reminds me of that." And he speaks up, J.G. Wentworth. I want my money, and I want my money now. Okay, so it was cute. We all kind of sang the jingle, and we're messing around. We're in a closed set. I mean, I'm in airplane mode. I mean. Somebody wasn't.
And it wasn't a program that was
It
going
was
out.
not
I mean,
broadcasted. It's closed
Still not
set.
broadcast.
Closed set, Angie. Closed set. Somebody over here isn't in airplane mode because she's afraid she might miss something. You know, she's probably playing Candy Crush or something like that.
No.
Yeah, yeah. But she didn't have her phone. She had it vibrate, but didn't have off. And 3:30 in the morning, bloop, she gets an email, and it is somebody's saying, do you want your cash? You want it now. She gets the ad. We come in the next day. We're shooting again the next day. And she says, I want y'all to see what I got. And if you don't think they're listening, they listen. And then they sent me an ad at 3:30 a.m. when they start firing out their stuff.
Yep.
Now, guess what? We all start talking about it. You know which idiot forgot to put his phone off? Me. So guess what happens at 3:30 in the morning the next morning? I get it.
You get it.
I get it. We got it like lice. We got JG Wentworth on all of our stuff. We've got it. And then I mentioned I need to get one of those Faraday bags. I saw them on one of the podcasts. I mentioned I need that Faraday bag phone. That's what that is. My phone is in here, so it's a little mini Faraday bag. And they do key fob. You know, your key fob has a thing that people can pick up the note. They can walk up to your house, come to your porch, they see your keys hanging, and they can use a machine and read it from outside your porch. Steal your car, program your card,
Take your
drive
car
away
right
with
out of
it.
your driveway.
Yes, and now your credit cards, the ones with the little radar on it, they can now walk past you or be behind you at McDonald's, pull all that out of your pocket and put it in. So you need to now you can get a key fob version that you put your key fob in. They make a cool one of these. Look at this for you ladies. I'm gonna get real fancy. I wasn't gonna do this, but I mean I'm marketing now. Sling bags, sling bag. I love the sling bag. One part of it is Faraday, one's not. So if you don't want to like lose your signal, put it in one. But if you want to protect your credit cards, your key fob and stuff like that, you can do that. If you're traveling overseas and you're going to an airport where there's people know you're coming and they know you're going to be, listen, you're going to be going to an airport and you're in an airport, you're going to get on a plane, you're going to be told to turn everything off for like 3 hours. But while you got it off 3 hours, that dude sitting there at the airport, he stole all your stuff off your laptop, your iPhone, your pad. And while you're flying, he's cleaning out your accounts because he knows you can't see it happening for a period of time. So that's where these Faraday bags come in context. So we're really encouraging people to go out there and get that. So what happened? You're going to love this. Google picks this stuff up and they sold it to JG Wentworth and then they teased us, right? Well, there's people from SL&T that we were with now, and this is why we went to them. We went to them because guess what? They sent me a marketing request and said, we found out you said our name. You mentioned Faraday bag. You need us to help them quit listening to you. And they reached out to us and they said, we've been told you're a perfect customer for us. They used Google to get me.
That's cool.
And now we're representing them because
good.
I want to be able to control that.
I love that.
We've helped our clients use Google to get customers.
And it is, but the point is, it does learn. Our system, you've got to be sharp, and you've got to decide when you want to. We're not saying it's not okay.
And if you're, and here's the good side of it. Like there's a lot of bad sides, right? But if you are looking for something specific,
it's great.
If you're looking for a new medical provider. And you need your options, and we're pushing and then the algorithm will be like, okay, this person's looking for a medical provider, and we're pushing our medical provider client on out on Google. That is good for everybody.
I'm looking for a 40-foot reefer container for the Heron House of Hope to not reefer like in drugs, reefer like refrigerator. I'm a pastor, please, people. A refrigerating container to put at the House of Hope for a feeding center. And so I was talking about it with somebody, and I started getting ads yesterday for a couple companies that sell those. And I already knew one, but I thought they were the only ones that did it. I have two more that have showed up. Now, I actually appreciate that kind of, but it's creeping me a bit. So there are times when I don't want it, or when I'm in a vulnerable place and I can't handle it, because most of my cards, if somebody charges something, I'd see it really quick, but not if I'm on an airplane. And we almost got scammed in Andalusia, going to Destin, Florida, going to Panama, Pensacola.
Really?
We were in Andalusia. There's a McDonald's there.
That's where I was born.
Yeah. We were in Andalusia
really?
at the McDonald's. Really? We were in the McDonald's there, and it's kind of you come out of that dead zone from that Kanicum Forest.
Yeah.
It's a long spot there where there's no phone contact. Okay. And they had scammers in the McDonald's moving from seat to seat. We
just saw these guys sitting in the booth.
Yes.
They weren't eating anything. They weren't drinking
It looked suspicious.
anything, just looking at their phones.
And they were sliding around.
And they would move every now and
we were
then.
meeting one of my brothers. They were coming down to take over a family thing, and we were just briefing them. And Beth said, I think they're scamming people. So we all put our stuff on airplane mode. When they got over to our side, they said, there's nothing here. We can't get their phones. And they just moved. And we told the owner of the business, the McDonald's there, and we think they just brought him a refill. We think they're in on a cut.
No,
or something.
he said we know.
And what I learned is they know that Andalusia, for those of you that don't know this, from Andalusia to Birmingham, we drive back up this way. There's a thing called the Redneck Highway. It's Highway 50. It's Highway 55. We call it the Redneck Highway, Lower Alabama, LA, and you cut through there. And when you go above Andalusia till you get to back onto 65, there's a dead zone there. There's a dead zone forever as you drive between Andalusia and Crestview, and in that zone alone, they know vacationers are going this way. They're going this way. And what do they have? They have credit cards ready to be maxed out. And so they know they got a certain amount of time to sell your stuff and clean you out. Wow. So there are times when you need to put that thing in stuff and protect yourself, especially when you're in vulnerable travel, transportation spots.
Smart.
Isn't that crazy?
So
but that's the marketing world today. So here we are. We're an affiliate for the first time ever. And then their affiliate partner called us and said, we got 4 or 5 others we want to get you into too. So we may not even have a show next year. We may just tell you what all we sell. We don't know. We'll be the On the Dock Home Shopping Network.
I was
we'll
impressed.
See. But we're really just trying to raise enough money to get Donna a microphone. Bring back #Donna. You guys are just doing, absolutely amazing work. And let's just summarize what you're doing. We're going to get out of this episode here in a second. But you guys are doing advertising, video production, social media, digital marketing, websites. You're even placing ads. And
everything.
And you have places. You've been negotiating contracts for this stuff a long time. And so a lot of people don't realize it's not necessarily easy to get where you want to be in the spots that you need to be. And the big thing is knowing what spots you need to be in.
That's right.
What are the demographics? Who are you viewing? Who are you going after? And you're having to do all that with your customer client to figure that out.
One of our biggest victories, I think, is having those relationships with affiliates. So we still place some television because people will watch the news and sporting events, right? Yeah. So it's still a good place to put your content after social and digital marketing. So they called me about the Super Bowl a couple of years back and gave me the price. And I said, well, that's a little much. I don't think you're going to sell out. So if you don't, let us know, and we'll have 3 clients ready to go. And so lo and behold, they get through the sales process, and we get to, I think it was a week before the game. Everybody else paid $6,000 for the same commercial. We paid $2,000.
Wow.
And we bought all 3.
And you just pre-buy them, and then you can expose your clients to them.
Then I gave it until we had the content ready to go, and the clients.
There's a whole economic market in that. I got an econ finance background. So you're just picking the right time, knowing where to look, knowing you've been in this long enough to know how this works.
Yeah.
And you have the relationships. And the marketing people that are selling that will take your call. That's the other thing. They see when NG Wyatt's calling or Growing Media is calling, they're going, hey, they're a regular customer of ours.
Right.
And that makes it different. Right. So that's why you not only are they making that beautiful 3D logo, which is incredible, you're getting access.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's key. And you're getting access with real content that'll make a difference.
Absolutely.
So we're going to talk more about the spiel in the next show because I think it's incredible. I'll give a sample a little more on that. And what's crazy about this, guys, we got 3 episodes coming in this series. This is the first part, background, a little bit of spotlight. We're going to get into the ethos of this in the next one. Yeah. And we're going to talk about some of the other things you do in your podcasting and your Mid-America Music Awards. And I want to ask one question.
Yes.
I have noticed that you have a certain glow on your face.
Oh yeah?
You just have this radiation, like something.
Am I gonna die?
No.
Soon.
I mean, and it's real similar to Lucas's.
Oh,
both
I know
you
where
have
you're
this,
going.
and I know they're not related. But I do know Lucas has that look like I just got married. He married. He got married.
That's what he's talking about.
And you have that shimmer.
Yeah.
So is that true?
It is.
I might have that photo right here. Okay. I might have that photo. Tell us about. And wait till your date of her marriage. What is that date?
It was supposed to be August 5th, but we surprised everybody and did it August 4th.
Well,
everybody came to a
fantastic. Okay, August 4th. Well, we were married August 5th.
Oh yeah.
So we come close to sharing.
About a while back.
Yeah.
And so you're still a newlywed, both of you guys.
Yes.
So Growing Media is just are they just all the people up there just like are they tired of y'all?
Knot, yeah.
You're like you didn't get us what we wanted on our register. No. I can just see something special about you, and I'm excited for you.
Yes, thank you.
And you just got a beautiful family going there. You've got incredible Growing Media family there. We're gonna get out of this episode, but we're gonna come back. But let me say this first. I want you, if you are looking for somebody to help you with your entire media strategy. I want you to go to Growing Media right now, growingmediamarketing.com. Check them out, 618-534-5645. And they can just, don't do a bunch of it. Just go in and sit down with them and let them go through the process of getting to know you and talking to you, and let them put the whole thing together. And one of the hardest things to do is, if you've been doing it, just step back from it and let them work through it. They have locations in Southern and Central Illinois. Carbondale's their base, but they travel all over. Trust me.
Will travel.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you've got a national strategy, franchise, whatever, they can work with you on that. And then go watch Angie host the Spiel. Go to spielon.com. You can find all the links there to that, and find it on YouTube. When do you have your next Spiel come out?
We actually shot one yesterday, and the new one airs Monday. Comes out tomorrow on YouTube.
Tomorrow.
So get out there and check.
Yes,
if you'll check, you'll see them. And and what's cool
it's about every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you can go, and I did this the other day. I went on to spielon.com and I clicked on it, and it'll just start playing back through it.
It does.
It's fantastic. We got to figure out how to do that for On the Dock. Yeah. Right now, you have to go find each episode. Boom, ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. We need to get to where it just run through, and people will just get so tired of us. I came in my office 3 times, and you were still talking, and y'all were visiting. It was so nice. For like 2 days, it just kept going through the episodes.
Looping.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. So go to spielon.com and check that out. We are going to be back here with you in part 2 of this, and we are going to get into the ethos, what's behind this, the heart behind it. We're going to find out more about our team behind it, because it's a team behind it that gives this thing really, I think, the strength. I think that's the power of Growing Media and the Spiel. You're going to love that. We're going to be back on this time. Pastor Troy, onthedock.org is our website to go find, and you can get all the information you need about our show. And look, we're in season 3. Go back and watch season 1 and 2. You can binge watch us too. We got we're at 198 episodes, and all of our best stuff series. Email us at info@onthedock.org if you got questions or you need more information. And find us always. If you're watching us on YouTube, that's great, but we're also on Spotify and iTunes and Google Play, Facebook, Roku, Rumble, and SermonNet. We're archived on both YouTube and SermonNet, and we'd love to hear from you. If you got questions about this, we'll forward them on. We'll give you answers. If you miss these things, they'll be in the show links. We'll have the emails and the websites in there for them. Check that out. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, and Getter. Donna will be watching those. She'll pass those around. We'll answer your questions. We'd love to hear your comments. And hit subscribe, like, notify, tell others all about it. Harass them, please. Don't forget Donna. Hashtag Donna. Become a Patreon sponsor or partner. 4 levels of partnership that you can join us, be a part of our team, and 3 levels in which we can help you. We can spotlight you. We'll have to get Growing Media to help us with the campaign to do that.
Yes.
And we could do it even better with them. I'm sure that. Check that out at Patreon and be a part of us. Go to slnt.com, promo code OTD. Check out our Faraday bag products. And let me show this here. Keep Google from listening where you don't want to. And don't let these people steal your car or take your credit cards when you're traveling. Be smart. Get a Faraday bag product. There are all kinds of bags and sizes. Reclaim your right to disconnect. www.slnt.com/discount/OTD. Get big discounts with us. You get big shipping deals. If you can't remember that, go to slnt.com, and when you check out, put in OTD. What's that? On the Dock. If you don't have a church to go to, it's important that you go to church. We're going to talk more about that in the next episode. Angie's a great woman of faith. We're going to find out more about that. And if you don't have a church home, you live in Southern Illinois, coftv.com is our site. You can check out our Sunday and Wednesday services. We'd love to have you. We're hosted out of Community Faith Church. On the Dock is, and we'd love to have you. But no matter where you are, you need to find a church family that suits you and that's preaching the gospel. And if you don't have one in your area, we know people just about everywhere. Reach out to us through those social medias, and we'll help you find somebody. I promise. You need to get there and get going for God. I'm Pastor Troy. We're going to be back. Angie, thank you so much for this incredible first episode. Just a tease. Don't miss the part 2. Lucas, been good to have you on the guest side of this thing.
Yeah,
High
feels
five.
great.
Good job.
Yeah, Donna, we'd talk to you, but nobody's sponsoring today. So just wave at everybody and say, #bring Donna back. Thank you, Donna.
Donna's doing great, though.
Yeah, she is doing. Isn't she doing a fantastic job?
She's awesome.
And Mother Beth, thank you. You did good. You stayed awake.
I stayed awake.
Yeah, she stayed awake. I'm Pastor Troy, and as we get ready to go out of here, we're going to feature SLNT, tell you more about it here as we get ready to go and come back in the next part. Don't miss that. Make sure you go back and look at season 1 and 2 and be with us for all these incredible shows in season 3. As we go out, we're going to give you a more in-depth look at what SLNT is all about and if it fits you. Check out this as we leave, and we'll see you soon. I'm Pastor Troy, and you've been On the Dock.
There are more than 8 billion phones in the world, a fact that threatens your privacy, security, and health. With Silent Pocket Faraday protection, you can regain control over your mobile devices. We get it. Privacy and security are inconvenient topics, and you may feel like you have nothing to hide, but the fact is that in the modern world, your laptop is never really off. Your phone emits a signal, even in airplane mode. And everything from your passport to your credit cards contains RFID, and all of it contains valuable private information that is easily exploited in the wrong hands. Silent Pocket offers a range of products you already use: wallets, bags, travel gear, laptop sleeves, key cases, but with the added protection of our patented Faraday technology, which turns your devices invisible and safe from the outside world. Many industries, from top business professionals to government officials, require the use of Faraday products for the day-to-day security of them and their staff. They understand that we are constantly at risk and take the necessary steps to prevent future attacks. We offer this elite technology to anyone that values their personal data, and we are proud to offer a premium range that fits seamlessly into your everyday life, providing security without looking like a tinfoil hat. As we learn to live with technology, Silent Pocket stands on the 3 pillars of privacy, security, and health. Our goal is to provide harmony with mobile technology without risking our most valuable information. We hope you'll trust us to help you do the same.